Reely reviews.
Nico, we're
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
We're back with the Napoleon Dynamite review. It's a rewind. It's been quite a while since we've done a podcast. Since we've watched a movie, at least.
Our last full episode was 7/24, so
Yeah.
July 24th.
So a little bit of a summer break.
But we recently did, we redid our intro. If you're listening to this, we redid our channel intro. Is there something wrong?
I don't think so.
Oh, I just see you looking concerned.
It just looks a little delayed.
That's okay.
We're good.
Oh, okay.
Our new channel intro.
Yeah, we have a new channel intro on YouTube, Spotify, and whatever, and Apple Podcasts.
Yep.
That'll go up, I think, when we put this up.
Yeah. Check it out. Check us out on all those platforms. And we're back with movie reviews, and we should be for the coming weeks. But today we rewinded with Napoleon Dynamite, which is one of my, I guess, comfort movies is what I'll call it. I've watched it like probably 10 times, and I love it. It's a great movie. There's nothing like it. That's what I told Nico before we started this. There's nothing like Napoleon Dynamite, and you were trying to come up with similarities. I don't know. I don't think there are any similarities.
No, I think so. My closest I could come up with was The Office, only because of the awkwardness and like the some of the lingering shots after certain social interactions. But you're right; it's not like really that similar.
Yeah, I mean it's got some similar like humor to some other things like that. I think it's a goofy kind of absurd humor movie, kind of dry humor, I guess. So if any of that sounds appealing, if you like comedy movies, whatever. But like this movie has its own interesting, I think, visual style. It's one of these weird movies that just there's really no explaining it other than like you just have to see it for yourself. That's the way I think about it, at least. I when I recommend this movie to people, I always tell them it's just like you're never gonna see anything like this, and it's hilarious. So, and I think we were both laughing. This is the 10th time I've seen it. We were both laughing through the whole experience. It was great.
Nick, it was 85 degrees out today. Why are you wearing a hoodie?
It's cold in here. Your AC.
That's not the reason. You turned the fan on.
Because there's a big game tomorrow.
That's not your
There's a
reason
big
either.
game. Ohio State Notre Dame is tomorrow.
Nick is wearing a hoodie, just so you all know. It is 82 currently.
Maybe I should just take my shirt off then. Is that what the viewers want to see? Do they want to see me take my shirt off?
Shirtless podcast.
Yeah. Should do that up for like our OnlyFans we're going to be starting.
Yeah. We're
Shirtless
totally starting an
podcast.
OnlyFans.
Patreon. Go support us on Patreon. We'll have a shirtless podcast.
Yeah, we're totally going to have a Patreon too. So viewers, Nick is afraid that you guys are going to notice he's wearing like a shirt that he owns in a second episode, which I don't think they fucking care.
Yeah, they probably don't care, but I mean,
I just think it's funny.
it is game day.
I just think it's funny you mentioned that.
appropriate.
Yeah, it's game day tomorrow.
We have certain viewers, you know who you are, that watch all of our episodes.
He's been on our podcast.
I just didn't want to receive a text. But see, now the thing is that we're talking about it. I'm going to receive a text from
It's okay. I'll get a
about this
text too.
conversation.
I
Anyway.
think it's funny.
Yeah. it's-
Sometimes he'll text me out of the blue and he'll just be like, "Oh, you guys mentioned me," and I'm like, "Oh, we did. I forgot about
Yeah,
that."
because we end up uploading like 2 days late because we never get our shit together.
No. We record on. Well, we were recording.
We're going to
on
get this uploaded.
Thursday, Fridays. This is a Friday.
Yeah.
We'll get it uploaded.
Anyway, I'm wearing a hoodie. Go Bucks! Watch the game if you see it. I don't know. We'll be there.
Okay,
Nick
back
and
to
I'll be
the
there.
movie.
Back to the movie.
Nick was like going, "Oh my God, there's nothing like this movie. This movie's wild."
Yeah,
I don't know what to say about it.
it's fantastic. It's hilarious.
I wouldn't say it's fantastic.
I think it's fantastic because I think stylistically, if you create something unique enough, like that deserves its own credit. And sure, this movie's not gonna like stand with all of the best comedy movies out there. It's not gonna stand with all of the best teenage coming of age movies. I guess that's what it is. Like it's probably not even the best indie movie in terms of whatever.
Is it a coming of age story?
It is. I think it is. Yeah. Well, why don't you think so?
What did he do? What did he learn in this whole thing? He just sees. Actually, I can't spoil it. No,
Yeah,
it
don't
doesn't matter.
spoil it. Don't spoil
This
it.
came out in 2004. It's almost 20 years now.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't want to talk too much
fine.
about the details.
Fine. All I know is there was no plot to this.
No, there wasn't. There wasn't a plot, and I don't think that's a bad thing.
I mean, an hour 22 of no plot. I don't know.
There's different like through lines with like, you know, he's got the relationship going with Deb, and there's the vote for Pedro thing. Everyone, if you know about vote for Pedro, it's
If you've even seen the T-shirts, yeah.
yeah, that's from this movie.
That's
it's
from this movie,
fantastic.
right. But like, they were just kind of doing nothing just to do nothing.
But I think that's what's great about it. They got us to watch this movie where they're doing nothing, and just so much stupid shit happens, and he puts tater tots in his zipper pocket of his pants. Like, why am I watching this? I don't know, but I love it. It's hilarious. It's fun. It's colorful. It's like
Yeah, it was funny. We were laughing. Yeah, that's true.
the
But,
editing.
like,
The editing is also very good with its just absurdity and like the pacing. I think the pacing is really, really good for this movie. It's not a long movie. It's like an hour 22.
hour
I think.
22, right.
So I just think that on its own deserves props. Just like how good, how well they're able to, I think, keep your attention and bring you into the world. That's the goal of the movie, is to bring you into this world and of stupid people in Idaho. It's just absurd. It's great. I don't have any complaints about it.
There wasn't a single person with common sense in this film. Don't think about it. You know that there wasn't.
What about
not a single character had
what about the
common
girl
sense.
he went to the dance with?
I don't even know if she did either.
Yeah, I mean, I guess she just didn't.
She didn't even like try to fight back with her mom saying, I don't want to go to the dance with him. She was just like, yeah, Napoleon.
She's a static character. Whatever.
There wasn't a single person with an ounce of common sense in this film.
Whatever.
I will say, Kip is by far the best character.
Kip went through a big transformation.
He
and
had
I
a
don't want to
character
spoil what
progression.
that is.
Oh, no, we have to mention that later in spoilers. It's
Okay.
it's not even a spoiler. It's like a minute of a mention. I thought he was hilarious.
Yeah.
Him and his love interest.
Okay, Kip and the dynamic with Napoleon, and then with Uncle Rico when he shows up. Uncle Rico's also a great character, I think. Like, come on.
Quarterback.
Yeah, come on.
Quarterback extraordinaire.
Yeah, were they like all of the characters lovable? They're just all lovable characters.
Sure.
You don't think so?
They didn't do anything, Nick.
But that's what's great. They did
No,
do
that's
stuff.
not
What are you
great.
talking about? They did do stuff. They went through their own type of coming of age thing. the final shot of the movie, even where they're, you know, having fun playing tetherball. But is that not where you want to be in your life? Just playing tetherball with Deb.
No.
That's where I want to be in my life. You gotta let him live, okay?
You know why nobody plays tetherball anymore? Because it's fucking tetherball.
No, tetherball is great, and I think
When have you ever played tetherball?
This movie makes me appreciate the simpler things in life, like tetherball with Deb.
Like hitting a ball around a pole.
Yes, there's
Wow.
something beautiful about playing tetherball with your love interest, with your friend. There's something beautiful about that, Nico. It's the simple things in
Whatever.
life.
Let's
It's
get
the
into your
sim- it's the
scores. Let's
sim-
get into the scores.
You just don't appreciate this movie.
I don't.
You just
I
don't
mean,
appreciate it like
I
I do.
enjoyed it, but
You go first. You go first with your score. I know mine is. I've been,
you're
I
going
was
to give
thinking
it a
about
10.
I'm not gonna give it a 10, but
This movie's a 7.
the movie's a 7. You're gonna give it a flat 7?
It's a flat 7.
See, I know you enjoyed it more than
Like-
some of the other movies on our list, so that's disgraceful. I know you enjoyed it more than some of them. That you scored higher than 7.
I did, but there's no story. There's nothing that happens in this movie. Literally nothing happens.
I think there are things that happened. It's like a series of events that are somewhat disconnected, but things happen.
No, they don't. What happens that was like, oh, somebody grew from this situation?
Napoleon going to the dance.
Did he grow? I thought he
Yes.
felt the same through the rest of it.
Napoleon and Pedro running their campaign for Pedro's presidency.
The campaign. Oh, Pedro is good, but like, besides that, did Napoleon do any real campaigning?
But that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This movie has it has a completely unique plot structure. If anything, it's not trying to be a good plot, but it has just a all over the place plot, and it still manages to keep.
There's
your
not
attention.
even a plot though. That's what I'm trying to tell
Sure.
you. Like, there's just nothing there.
There are some through lines, but no, there's not. There's not a huge plot, but it's enough to keep you interested, and the characters are so interesting on their own that, and the world that they built is so interesting on them. There's just nothing like it. There's
the
nothing
world
like
of
this.
Idaho.
It's so yeah, some random town in Idaho, wherever the hell it is. I don't know. It was great. It's a great movie.
Look, it's a funny movie. This is definitely a movie you watch with your friends.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I'm not gonna say this is like a great movie by any means.
I'm not gonna say that either.
I know you're going to score it like probably at least a full 2 points higher than I will. But
no, I'm gonna go 8.4. I'm gonna go 8.4 on it.
Wow, just underneath.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go 8.4. It's I think
funny.
It's great for what it is. I think it's completely unique, and that alone for me bumps it up from like the high 7s to the mid 8s. That's my logic behind that. I think it's just so unique, and I think everybody should see this movie, especially if you like comedies.
But there are a ton of unique movies. Morbius was unique.
I don't think Morbius was unique though. That was what was awful about it. It was just bad at all of the genre tropes of the superhero vampire movie thing.
Sure. But then, what about something like Tenet? That is completely unique.
See, Tenet,
and you wouldn't give it that score.
But Tenet,
and I know I talked to you about this, and you were like, I wouldn't even probably give it an 8.
Probably not. Tenet.
You think this is better than Tenet?
I don't. Yes, I think I enjoyed this movie more than Tenet.
But I think this is better. Not if you enjoyed it. Do you think it's better?
I don't think you can compare those movies. There's a reason we just did our intro. We talked about
We talked
about we're comparing by genre. I'm not comparing this to something like Tenet.
We probably saw other comedies that were better.
I think Tenet is in the same class or genre area as something like Inception or something like Interstellar. I think there's a lot of stylistic similarities in those movies to Tenet. All right, and they're Chris Nolan movies, yes, but like Tenet's great. I like Tenet. I think this is better. Yeah, I think I enjoy this.
If you want to go with comedies, Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Is this better than that?
Yes.
You're tripping. Okay.
Is it a better movie? I don't know, but I enjoyed it more. That's what I'm scoring.
Pirates of the Caribbean. That's also a comedy that we listed.
Yes, I think this is better than Pirates of the Caribbean.
You're so tripping. No, you also have that on the score sheet.
What? What do I have?
Okay, so Unbearable Weight, you gave it an 8.1, which is about 0.3 lower.
Okay, actually, I don't...
And then Pirates of the Caribbean, you give a 7.8.
But what are you talking about? Pirates of the Caribbean isn't even in the same genre as this either. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. This isn't... Like, those are comedies, I guess.
They're comedies, Nick. You guess.
Pirates of the Caribbean is an action comedy. Unbearable Weight is its own unique thing, too. Like, I don't think it's a satire, I guess. This isn't really a satire either. I think this is its own thing.
But they're still comedies. They're still comedies.
But I don't think this is just a comedy. I think it's oversimplifying this movie to just say it's in the genre of comedy.
Well, what do you call this?
I think it's its own thing. I think you call this the Napoleon Dynamite movie. This is a great movie.
I think of this and Borat, where they're actually just doing things just to do things.
Borat's...
Is that an unfair statement?
No, because I think Borat's a lot of the...
sure, satire.
What's the word for it? It's satire, but it's like real world. Like, a lot of the Borat stuff is real.
Yeah, but there is a bunch of like actual sketches and things that they did that were just doing things to do things just for the comedy of it.
Sure. But then that's like sketch comedy. And I don't think this is sketch comedy. I guess you could maybe call it more of that, but this is its own unique thing. Everyone should see it. Everyone should see it. Get together with your friends.
It's not a bad movie. I'm not going to say it's bad. I had fun. But
yeah. I'm scoring it on enjoyment because this, I don't think there's anything you can directly compare it to. I don't think you can directly compare it to Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. I don't think you can. I don't think you can compare it to Pirates of the Caribbean. So this, in my opinion, is its own thing, and I'm scoring it based on my enjoyment. And my enjoyment is in the 8s. I could watch this movie over and over again. It's a comfort movie for me. It's fantastic.
All right, fair enough.
The jokes are amazing. They're unique.
Sure.
The peanut butter sandwich scene in the cafeteria. Fantastic.
What?
When Deb's eating the peanut butter sandwich and he's talking about his nunchucks.
See, like there were so many forgettable things that I just didn't remember after watching this the first time.
Yeah, but
and like a couple minutes in, I was like, Nick, I don't remember this. The picture of his girlfriend, I completely forgot that happened. Literally 2 minutes.
So before. you have to be a viewer observing the subtleties of the film, Nico. You have to observe the subtleties to see the plot lines here.
They show a close up of him putting. Never mind.
Leave it for the viewers. Sure. I want people to experience this movie because if you haven't seen it, I think it's something worth seeing for sure.
Tina, ham, come eat.
Yeah, see, Tina, is that a llama, alpaca? What is that thing?
Alpaca.
Whatever. The chickens, do they have large talons? Another great line when he's, at the chicken coop, doing the thing. Just a great movie. This is a great movie. It's a fun time. It always makes me laugh. It always makes me smile. I had fun watching it with you.
Sure, I had fun.
And that's why I'm
too,
scoring in the 8s.
But it's not a very great movie.
I won't say it's like great, but I will say for like a low budget indie movie like this, because it is a low budget indie movie. This is not on the scale of Tenet or anything. This is like the direct opposite of that.
Scale wise, it has to be. But
I think production wise, it's still a good movie. Like it's still well shot, well edited, well written. Yeah, he's making the face the whole time. You know,
other guy.
What other
Whoever
guy?
else they cast? The blonde guy.
The jock in the movie.
Yeah.
That's the thumbnail right there.
Look, fine, I'll use it. Look, I think Kip and LaFonda. Kip and LaFonda are the greatest characters in this film.
I love them. I love all the characters, so I'm not gonna pick and choose.
No. You have to pick two.
I have to pick two. If
Give
you're
me
picking
two.
two.
Give me two that you really
So you
enjoyed.
like Kip and LaFonda.
I think
LaFonda's a great surprise. Don't tell anything about.
No, I'm not gonna say anything
LaFonda's
about
a great character when she shows up. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna go Napoleon, and I'm gonna go. I like Deb. I like
You
Deb's,
like Deb?
I like Deb's humor
I
a
hated
lot.
Deb.
Why did you hate Deb?
She was just so boring to me.
She
was so annoying.
She is the dry humor, I think, that like carries some of the scenes.
Why do you enjoy dry humor, Nick?
Because I think it's hilarious. It's just great. It's like the awkward humor, the stupid. This is one of those movies. I think if you could say like compare it to a satire at all, it's definitely poking fun at like the high school movie genre.
Yeah.
From the 80s. This is a very 80s reminiscent movie. I don't know when it released. When it was, in 90s or early
2004.
2000s. Yeah. Okay. Early 2000s. Yeah. So it's a reminiscent of 80s teenage drama, whatever, high school dramas, and it's just all these like super adult looking adults, but then some like really young looking kids. It's goofy. Like the first scene in the movie, Napoleon gets on a bus with a bunch of like
middle schoolers.
Yeah, like middle school looking kids. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, and he throws his action figure out the window.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Just appreciate it for what it is. This is a great movie.
Look, it's funny. I will recommend go watch it if you want to laugh, but like there's a lot of just watching something happen and not having any reaction to this film. I think you were laughing 10 times more than I was.
No, you were laughing a good bit.
I was, but there were like just random things that I didn't find funny.
I think,
and you were dying.
There
was something you were laughing for actually 2 minutes straight, and I don't remember.
It was the farmer on the.
The farmer just points off into the distance. He's like, "Yeah, guys, go over there," and Nick just goes.
No, it's because he's unintelligible. He's just saying random bullshit.
Whatever.
On a serious note, I want to say, I think the reason I like this movie so much, and the reason I'm going to give it such a high score, is because I think this is a weird case of a movie. And I guess this isn't a weird case. It's so unique. The humor is so unique that I think it can appeal to like a wider audience than maybe it should, or it can appeal to a wider audience than a lot of other comedies can. That's what I think. On a serious note, why this movie's great. This can appeal to people of all ages. This can appeal to like people of all backgrounds, and I think you can appreciate a lot of the humor in it. Just whatever. On its surface level, it's just
sounds
it's
like
all
you
over
just
the
want
place.
A wooden boat.
See, exactly.
That's all it is.
It's just absurd humor that I think everyone can appreciate. That's why I like it so much. That's why
I wouldn't say this is absurd humor. This is just like
it's out there,
slightly out there.
Yeah, but
absurd is like everything everywhere.
Would you agree? Okay, that's true. Would you agree though that like with comparing this to something like a Pixar movie, like a Toy Story, like a great Pixar movie where there's stuff in it for everybody. Don't you think that this is the type of movie like that? Yes, it's not at all like a Pixar movie.
This is not nearly as accessible as a Pixar movie.
I think it is, though. I think anyone can appreciate this.
No.
Why?
I think if you were to show this and I think kids who are just a few years younger than us would also be like, what is this?
I don't know. I haven't met anyone that has seen this movie that hasn't liked it. Like I've talked to a lot of people. I enjoyed this movie as a kid. A lot of like other kid movies when I was a high schooler. This was like a great movie for me.
Well, you also love The Room, so
I guess I'm a weirdo. Yes, but like a lot of people probably have already seen this movie or have heard of this movie because it is a big cultural thing, and it's a popular comedy, I guess.
But I don't think this is nearly as accessible as Pixar.
I think it is. I think I would be challenged to find somebody that doesn't at least find this movie funny or fun with friends. That's what I'll say. Fun with friends, fun with family, whatever. With a group of people, I think there's humor in it for everybody. That's what I think. I think it's a great movie.
I can name one person who wouldn't like it.
I mean, that's sure. But yeah, I don't have anything else to say unless you wanted to get into anything else about this movie. Hating on it.
The movie's fine, but it's like, again, we just watched them do nothing for 2 hours almost.
But you enjoyed it. You know you did.
I enjoyed it because we were having fun together, yeah.
Exactly.
Otherwise, I wouldn't go out of my way to watch this.
But that's what movies are for, I think. I think they're for enjoying with the people around you. And your friends and your family.
No, some movies you have to watch by yourself. Conceptual mind benders like Tenet. I watched that by myself and loved it.
Sure, I mean, it's...
And then I showed it to Alan, if Alan's listening. That kid kept asking questions all the way through the screening at my apartment.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
And then he was like, wait. Conceptually, this doesn't make sense.
But Alan, if you haven't seen Napoleon Dynamite, you should watch Napoleon Dynamite.
I'm not showing him this.
I think Alan would like it.
Maybe.
I think you would.
I think maybe... Do you know who else of our friends has seen it?
I don't know. I bet a good half of them.
Did you watch it with anybody else?
Maybe at one point in high school or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, if I show it to Alan, I have a feeling he would probably have some of the similar complaints that I did, which was just like, they didn't do anything.
Yeah, don't go into this movie expecting some spiritual experience,
And I wasn't
or
expecting
even a great like plot or story experience. This is an indie movie. It's an indie comedy. You're not gonna get anything deep out of it.
That's fine.
But it's a fun time, and it's turn your brain off and just laugh type of thing. And I think a lot of the humor hits very well. I will say this again. I know you're challenging me on it, but I would be pressed to find someone that doesn't like this movie or doesn't find it enjoyable. That's what I'll say.
Sure. I don't know. It's wacky enough that, yeah, you can definitely find something, but I don't know.
Anyways, go check it out. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We'll be back next week, I believe, with a new movie. At least we have it planned.
Yeah.
Right.
Something on Disney. I'm not going to say what. If you remember.
Yeah.
Is that on Disney yet?
No, I think we're going to review it when it releases. But anyways, yeah, check us out on YouTube and Spotify. And thank you for listening.